What's going on? It's Justeeni here. This is the semi-finals of the Quetzali qualifier finals to determine who is the best of the Quetzali. And yeah, this is a semi-final. That's what I said at the beginning. Who are we against? The one and only Le Libateur, which I'll just be calling him Le Lib. But yeah, you guys might know Le Lib already from being the world champion with Chinchi last year, and also defeating me in the IMO qualifiers last month, but he did not manage to become IMO champion, so he's trying to become the Quetzali world champion, and he stands in my way once again. But we'll see if things turn out different. My record against Lilith has been very, very terrible, but we'll see if we can turn things around this time. So, starting off though, I've got a pretty resource heavy spawn, which you like to see. So I go Org, I've got the lighthouse, lots of population on my capital, lots of fruit everywhere, lots of animals too. So it looks like I can just go for some beautiful sawmills, beautiful markets, and have a very nice game here. Already very cozy position, going for some workshops. What could go wrong here? Subtle foreshadowing, I know. What could possibly happen? Everything seems to be going perfect. I'm able to expand nicely into the middle as well. Hello. Now I go climbing and I see they've got riding, which is really weird, but they are just taking the city from me and I only have 3 cities. And they have diplomacy. Now this is the problem here. If I had 3 cities, you know, I go for my math, I go for my markets. It's one thing, but they have a cloak right here, right now. And what can I do to defend that? The answer is not much. So I go forestry. I go for this border growth because I want to get like a giant at some point. I go for this defender. They take out this defender. And then now I just have to brace for impact with the cloak. But I do see the cloak. And the cloak, I see that cloak icon. It must be in one of 2 places. Either right here or right here. And the fun thing is, it doesn't matter. I just play around both by keeping this defender here. However, I do actually need to play around this spot by keeping a defender here. Otherwise, they could place a bridge and sneakily infiltrate. And I don't want that to happen. Now I'm trying to justify forestry here with this giant, and then I go for riding. I should have gone the rider last turn, but I wanted forestry, so yeah. Rider's gonna help me detect the cloak, and I see the sequence here. So I see the cloak symbol with this defender. Now what this means is if we do a little minesweeper, the cloak cannot be here. Cannot be on these tiles, obviously. So we know that the cloak must be on one of these 3 tiles. Okay. Now, I move here. Okay, well, we know that the cloak has to be on one of these 3 tiles, but it also has to be in range of this warrior, which means it can only be on this tile. Luckily, I already have climbing, so all I need is to detect the cloak. Get roads, and boom, it's dead. Huge weight put off my shoulders there, but now they get into the water. A whole new problem for me to deal with. But I'm a lot more confident now because they wasted a lot of stars on that diplomacy and on that cloak, and all for it to mean nothing. Now I get another giant. 2 giants is enough to deal with this walled defender, by the way, so I am inevitably going to start making progress here. And I already have forestry, I already have roads, I'm close to the math markets that I wanted from all that time ago. Before I even bought forestry, I was thinking about those juicy markets. Now I get that giant push. Not really worried about any cloaks anymore, I can deal with them no problem. And yeah, they just kind of have to chip away at my defenders. Very inefficient for them though. Takes a while for their units to recover. And I'm just starting to really put up the pressure with these giants, riders, defenders, now going for math, getting the catapult here, anticipating a potential giant because, like, I mean, how else are they going to deal with this? They're going to make giants, of course. Now I can take this city though. My defender's kind of waddling up north. It's doing its thing. It might be important later, but it's just chilling for now. Get another giant. And yeah, this pressure on the capital is quite a lot to deal with. They managed to get a veteran defender somehow, which is kind of crazy. Just kind of let that happen, I guess. But now I go for the siege. I see the lumber hut, so I kind of already know the giant push is happening, but the catapult is there. I've anticipated it. Now trade before taking the city, and I am on 4 cities now. Plus trade, getting some beautiful, beautiful markets like I wanted from the start. Plus gate of power, more giants. 5 giants with just 4 cities. Beautiful sight to behold. Now, see that giant push. But again, I've got a lot of giants. Now I go for archery just to keep up the pressure even more. I'm going to be able to put my giants on these forts to defend them. Another smack there, sending the giants up further. Now this defender found a village and is going on it. So I'll actually have 5 villages here. They take out this though, trying to really pressure my catapult, which makes a lot of sense. It's a good play. Now fishing. And I can get a nice explore here. And their cities are not doing too well. And again, I've already got my market set up. I haven't really been focusing too much on my markets because I wanted to pressure immediately with archery. Like I already have this big star advantage. The only way I can do this is by just letting them attack me, so I'm going to attack them. And yeah, this overwhelming force of giants, this is just too much to deal with. The archers and the riders are doing what they can to defend. But again, I've just got so much going for me here. I get the siege, maybe Justeeni, but nah, I'd win. So yeah, managed to take game 1. Actually getting a win against Lidlib for once. But now, let's see if I can do it again. I'll cut to the next match. Alright, game 2. This time, not hosting. So yeah, I need to win now without having host advantage against the one and only Lidlib. But let's see what happens. I've done it once. Maybe I can do it again. I've got a lot of momentum on my side. That really does matter a lot. Gives it a bit of a psychological edge. Every little thing matters in this tournament setting. So I go explore here. Again, very nice spot to go explore. It goes towards the lighthouse, which is fine. It gives me some information as to where Lidlib might be. And then I decide to be a little reckless here. I go for the second explorer. It's going to get the lighthouse, allowing me to upgrade my capital. It is, you know, a little premature, but I think ultimately it's fine. I even get lucky getting another lighthouse. I'm super close to Eye of God now. I could go for a potential Eye of God rush. Now I meet the opponent. Yeah, sure enough, Lidlib is in the south, would have guessed. I'm able to take the city right away too, and using riding to get a nice bounce here. Plus, I really want to get roads. Roads are going to be amazing here. Now I go climbing though. Get this ruin. And then I'm just hoping I have climbing. Surely this explorer can give me Eye of God. Look at how close it is. One movement off. Super tragic. And now we see math. Potentially a little bit scary seeing this really quick giant. I get a pop ruin though to kind of make up for it, getting my own giant on turn 8. But my giant is very far away. And it won't be supported by catapults. But I am able to take out their defender, make a rider, and I see, yeah, this warrior's going on the ruin. I want to deny that, so how could I possibly deny that? I go Park of Fortune, get some upgrades because I need some stars. Capture the city. They walk on the ruin. Now I go roads, and yeah, I'm going to take this ruin. This is a very, very good trade for me. Steal the ruin so then they can't have it, and also steal the ruin so I have it for myself. Now I see border growth. Supporting the giant now with archers. I get a trade ruin, which, meh. I mean, if they got the trade ruin, that would have been really bad for me, so, yeah. I mean, they don't have riding, but still. Yeah, good thing I took the ruin for myself. But now I have to deal with this attack still. They go in with the giant, and it looks like the siege is just happening unless I get a city wall. But I can't really get a city wall here, so instead, I just do nothing. Why do we do nothing here? What am I doing? I have 20 stars. This was not a misclick, by the way. I'm just letting this giant walk in. Not even making a defender. And the giant walks in. All I did was train one rider. But the reason why I do this... Maybe you can see what's going on. I know this turn has been clipped on the YouTube. And I know the commentators really like this one. I kind of stalled till the end of the turn. There's a few reasons to do it. One of the main reasons is to put some pressure on the opponent, do the most important thing at the end of your turn to then give the opponent less time to think about it. But then also, I know that this is a game-winning play, and also, it's a really cool play, so I'm gonna keep that suspense, because that's good for the content, as they say. And it was good for the content. I thought it was pretty funny. And I managed to beat Leylib 2-0. Very uncharacteristic of me, but I'll absolutely take it. And that puts me in the grand finals. If I win the grand finals, I win the whole thing, and I become the Quetzalli World Champion, which is pretty cool, I think. So that's gonna be for next video though, so you have to stay tuned for that. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Like and sub, and have a good one.